The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action. Now Wilson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Zebra. 14.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready. Back 390. Load it. Keep it skinny.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Going deep here for Allen. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's the former Seahawk, Brandon Mebane. In there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Benjamin. And now running right through it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Rivers now to throw on first down. And open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready, Delta!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Ready, 380! 80 high!
Rivers to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Move 15! 19.
Seal that.
14, 14.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
19.
Now Wilson on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Tight, 380. 50, 14. Left.
Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Escaping the pressure. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The pitch goes to Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
14.
Now Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
One left. 19.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Delta!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Forced out to his left. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Donnie Jones, an original 7th-round pick of the Seahawks, on to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. All right, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Right, 380. 12. 40. Front left. Hey, over here. Right. 12. Hey.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
12. Right, 380. Got 3 down. Front left.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He lets it, and Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
380. Hey, Rocket.
From the gun, Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Start! 380! 95, 95.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Got it, got it.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're greater.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A first down throw here for Rivers. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Wagner in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Phillip Rivers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2. Rivers to throw this time. Steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This is Marshall. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
14,
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Move the team. Hey.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Tye, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Play action now. Rivers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Block the team!
Rivers to throw it. This is Gordon on the dump off. On 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Mebane in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And an alley to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Kendricks in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Rivers. Dancing to his left. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run with Marshall, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tempo.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Spinning past him. Leaves it for Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the two-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go, 14.
Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Chargers getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because this confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, Is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
180. Delta.
First down, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On the sneak, Rivers. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Set. Set 390.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Fighting his way through contact. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Shotgun. Shotgun.
Back 52, back 52. 12.
Wilson wants to throw it. Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it